welcome to Primordia on planet Mira, one of the 5 continents in this game. And it very much, Primordia, you think kind of like a kind of primordial feeling, like the early kind of world, and it does seem quite prehistoric. What a beautiful way to enter this game. Weather effects and a stunning monster running by. This is the, not him, hello, the huge potamus. He's quite big and stronger than me, so I'm only level 15. I've put about 12 hours into this game and I'm only level 15. I've just seen so much of the game. It's huge. I've been running around for so long. So welcome to Xenoblade Chronicles X. This particular video is just going to be a little intro. I'm not going to delve into too much here and there. I just want to kind of give you some of my feelings about the game, show you a little bit of fighting, and then in my future videos I'm going to be going into depth. So if you have your questions and comments now, chuck them into the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them, and obviously if I can't give you any spoilers at all. I'm not obviously going to do that because this is a long-awaited game. The story is one of the things that most people are kind of worried about and conscious about, and want to keep secret. So if you have any comments or questions about the gameplay or about my opinion on certain things, hit up the comments. I'll do my best to answer. Get a fight away. Wow, nice. He's down. Get on the back. Nice. Simple fight there. Oh, hello, I got a big revenue from Frontier now. So as you fight enemies, as the first one goes, you get these drops from their points, either bronze, that's a silver one I do believe down there, or gold. And you get different items and loads of weapons and equipment to grab. So you might have seen me in that. One of the biggest things, difference is that if I press the X button, you can see me change here. I've got 2 weapon sets. I've got a long range weapon and a short range weapon in every single skill tree you have. So depending on your class, you can equip different weapons. My current class, if I just run down here, I'm a blast fencer. So you start off as a drifter, and then you can level up different ranks as you go. I'm currently a blast fencer, as I say, which is all about balancing your melee and range attacks and kind of rebuilding combos and damage dealing that way. It's very exciting. And as I said, different weapons are available in different classes. So for the blast fencer, they have the psycho launchers and the photon saber. Kind of why I went for the blast fencer. I like a lightsaber. What can I say? Psycho corruptor has the ray gun and knife, the partisan eagle, sniper rifle and javelin, dual guns, dual sword for the winged viper, shield trooper the gatling gun and shield, samurai gunner, assault rifle and longsword, and different ones here and there. You start off with an assault rifle and knife. These have different ammo amounts, different cooldowns on their weapons, different damage outputs as well as a whole. I mentioned the cooldowns because it's quite a little interesting thing. An early skill that I picked up and wanted to kind of focus on in this game is about managing your damage output. And one of the ways I do that is by switching my weapon. So the cooldowns are always active. So I'll attack with the psycho launchers, switch to my sword, attack, switch back to the launchers because they're ready to go. And you can really maximise your damage output if you're consistently changing and allowing those cooldowns to consistently tick down whilst you're on the other ones. Good fight. Now, if I go to my menu, you'll see on the bottom my division, which is Curator, my level, my rank, which is of my class, and then my blade level 3. The kind of point in this game, or kind of one of the pivotal features of the game, in terms of a narrative sense and a kind of emotional through line to the game so far, is this feeling that we have crash landed on this planet and now it's all about survival. And Blade is a kind of group, a set of people that are set up to go about that survival. And it's split into 8 divisions. If I can remember them all off the top of my head: Pathfinders, Curators, Harriers, Interceptors, Mediators, Outfitters, prospectors, and let's have a look at the thing. Pathfinders, interceptors, harriers. Oh, the R. Receptors? Is it the receptors? There's one other. It's the yellow one, fourth in from the little list, just underneath the menu, the compass. But those 8 divisions have different roles, depending on how you go about the world and how you personally want to play the game. If you prefer exploration, if you prefer fighting, if you prefer item collection, etc., etc. So I'm a curator, which means that actually I want to be going and grabbing these collectibles. So you'll find me generally grabbing them and wanting to get them, because it gives me points and it gives me bonuses, which is quite nice. If I'm a harrier, it's all about fighting and, you know, destroying the enemies so that they don't attack. Because over here you can see New LA, and this is where we are, all of the human race, and we want to defend that as much as we can. Hello, what's this? So you see these blue ones. The blue little tags, they lead you to collectibles. The yellow tags lead you to field skills. Now if I go onto here, you can see on the bottom right, just above my travelling companion field skill, I've got mechanical 1, biological 1, and artifact 1, archaeological 1. Now I've only got archaeological 1, so I can't actually do this, but what these allow you to do is you can search them, and by using your skills to kind of get into those objects or things, you get experience and you get money, which you can then use to get items and stuff. So increasing your field skill allows you to do certain things like that. I'm going to fight a different kind of beastie. Now, he's much stronger than me, and he's going to do a lot of damage, but this is still a doable fight. Now, I'm going to see if I can do this just by going about the basic skills that I use, changing my cooldowns, really trying to get those combos going. Excellent, that's really good, toppling him. Nice, he's down. He's doing quite well so far. He's gonna drop. Still took the hit. Melee attack. Go for it. Every now and then you'll hear your character shout at you and say, do this, do that. On the bottom where your skills are, you'll see a colour, appendage down, weaken it and lay in. That means that you kind of want to be using a certain skill. And if you use the correct skill, you're actually going to get a bonus in health. So she wants me to use a melee attack. If I use one now, everyone gets a heal. So use it at the right time. Let's finish him off. So although I was 4 levels weaker, the 4 of us could come together and use our skills, and I could actively use the correct skills at the correct time in order to get my healing off, which is very important. And congratulations to Elma, she's got a class up. So you can only reach level 10 in most of your classes, but Elma, Lynn, Arena, all those lot, they have a pre-set class. So they can go higher than that because they're going to be using that one class the entire game. So they'll be able to achieve higher classes than your higher class levels than you're capable of. But that's okay. Hello, is that a tyrant? I think it's a tyrant. Cyrene the Lost. So the crown means that I have already defeated this particular tyrant. The tyrants disappear for a much longer time in this game. Like, they're gone for a long time. So Cyrene has been defeated. I'm going to show you something very, very quickly, because it's part of the game. I'm just going to get my gamepad camera up here. So on the bottom screen, you've got this little map. And this kind of shows you all the different segments of the world. I'm going to zoom out first of all, so you can see all of Primordia. This is one area. Now, I know the camera's not great at getting it all, but you see the dark spaces? That's places I haven't been. I'm 12 hours in, and I've discovered that much of the first location. If I go to the world map, there are 5 different continents. I'm 12 hours in, and I've seen less than half of the first area. It's a lot to do. But each of these little hexagons has its own little segment. You can see there's blue tick. You can see this blue tick right here. This means that I've taken down this particular monster. So every single square has an objective and one particular thing about it. When you do it, you get a tick. And when you get that tick, you do better in the overall surveying of the game. Let's get back to some other stuff so it's not too boring for you. This is the basics of the exploration. And the music's fantastic. I really want to explain the soul voices, like the shouting that's going on, but I'm going to leave that for another time because it's so deep. Defeated. That was a really good fight. It was very, very strong, but I took him down very quickly. Excellent. Now, what are this orange light? You're probably thinking. This orange light is get over to it. This is one of our probes. Now, the probes allow you to for fast travel as well as gain information on the map. So on my map screen down here, the hexagons around the probe you put are kind of lit up. This is what's in the area. So that means all those areas that you could see that I had found is because I had a probe near it. Now the probes have multiple uses. I'll go on to that on another segment, but for the most part, they're more about gaining information for your gamepad nav screen, which in a lot of games you kind of see things like gamepad functionality, or when they try to kind of combine the idea of what you can do and kind of bring it. So you know when you get games where it's like if you press the X button, but like the characters are talking and one character says to the other the X button, you'd think, well, the character wouldn't know what on earth the X button is. It's kind of for us, not for the characters. But it kind of treats you as this avatar. So it's talking about what's going on the gamepad screen as if it is the comm device that the characters use. So there's real kind of sense of connectivity between you as a player and your avatar as this person in this world. As I say, this game is strong on emotional through lines, in my personal opinion. And I think that's the most important. I think that's one of the biggest reasons as to why I'm really enjoying this game right now. Beyond the basics that I just love the game. I love the series. You can run in battle as well, so you can do your sprinting in battle and your jumping, which actually allows you to get around certain enemies and certain hits. Just gonna run. That was big damage, wow. Getting him by thousands. So I'm getting loads of items and equipment. There's loads of menu to go through, and as I said, I'm slowly going to be doing more and more of this as I go, but I've probably got another 3 or so minutes in this particular video, so I'm going to try and show you something different quickly. Let's have a look at what I've got. Level 15, it's currently raining. Just quickly, the rain and the weather effects depend, it gives you different bonuses and plus. As you can see just below Elmer, there's 2 little red squares around the rain, which means that your beam and your explosive items are a little bit stronger. Sorry, electricity is stronger in the rain. For those of you who are big collectors, I'm just gonna, wow. Wow. The game is stunning. Whilst I'm here, I'm just going to show you a couple of things. So, for those of you who are big like collectathons, the Collectopedia is back, and it's a bit bigger. Maybe not as kind of huge in total, because it's there. You have kind of a lot more set over the 5 different continents. But oh, I've only got one of these. I'll use it. Why not? The boards work in a similar way. There are certain starred items on each segment, and you get a bonus for that. When you finish a board, an entire board, like all the insects I found, you get a bonus again, and that works for all the 5 areas. And you can also sort it out by that particular as well. So Xenotech is very important. But yeah, there's the Collectopedia is back, and this is for those completionists in you. I'm a bit of a completionist, so I fell in love with this screen. Achievements. 749. There's a lot to do. I'm not a big like kind of Chivo head, but it kind of fuels that 100% completionist guy in you. So yeah, date achieved the 10th of November. So it's kind of weird, like when you can kind of go live with the game. I'm going to be sitting there going, yeah, I've had this for a while. But yeah, your inventory is well. So yeah, there's a lot that I'm going to be going through over the course of it. This is just kind of an introduction. I've done some fighting. I've shown you a bit of the world. And by the way, I'm not sure if I've actually introduced you guys. This is Esri. Say hello to Esri. She is my avatar character. And you can kind of create your avatar however you want. Male, female. You can sort out obviously the hair, the eye colour, the voice, the overall build. So again, you can customize your experience to how you want to play. That's what I like to have the camera. You can even set the position of the character in the settings. You can set the position where your character is on the camera, whether the camera has them over the shoulder, really far away, in the center, etc., etc. I'll just quickly show you that just to give you a quick visual example. Character positioning. If I put every all the way to the right. There we go. If you prefer to play this way. I've never played this way before. It feels a little bit awkward, I won't lie to you. But it's a really weird way of looking at the game. It really is, actually. I just right now, genuinely, that's really intriguing. Because it's a camera angle I've never used before in video games. It's really nice. It's really nice. I like it. But it is quite awkward to see at the first point. I'm going to set it back because I'm not used to it. But I think if I put Esri to the far left, that'll perhaps be the best for me. Vertical rotation speed. Scale positioning. I'm so excited to get the scales. I am so excited to get the scales. They're going to be coming a lot later in the game. So there we go, Esri. Thank you very much. But yeah, the biggest thing, as I was mentioned earlier, is this 2 weapons system, skills system. Let's go get this guy. Let's go. And the sprinting ability. You can just sprint whenever you want. You can stop. You can get ready to sprint. Stand up. But the sprinting actually, you can jump so high. And the sprinting and the jumping just means you can just jump for miles. I'll just do a little bit of platforming just to kind of give you... Let me go somewhere else actually. Let me go over here to the North Point Cave. I'll go to a little area just to kind of finish off this first segment. And then you can have a look at... So, normally you just kind of have to run all the way up this, but first of all, 60 frames is beautiful in this game. Need any help? Hello, Giuseppe. So you can meet characters in the barracks kind of area where you start. You can also meet people just around. So Giuseppe is having a little hangout. How's it going, man? He's a level 14 Harrier. Hey, how's it going? You can either make him join your party. You can do this with anyone. Either people who are just in the world map or your friends can join your party, and then they'll be there for a limited time. So I was doing a mission earlier where I was like, hello. So, very briefly, the online system. This enemy here has a little S above him, which means squad tasks. So you can see down there, number 10, squad mission. You have different tasks that you have to do. Depending on your squad, your division, what's going on. All of you work in tandem online to basically complete that mission. If you do, you get massive rewards. So let's do some platforming. Hey VJP, welcome to the squad. How gorgeous. I mean, I've been playing this game for so long, and I haven't seen anything of the game. So much more to go. So these enemies are quite strong, but luckily they're docile, so I can kind of show you this. Whoa, they're not docile. Run away, run away, run away. They're 28. I'm gonna kill me. You can tell how enemies respond based on they either have an eye icon or they have a lightning bolt kind of icon, which means that they respond to sound. Why not? Let's do it. Ali has got an achievement as well, so you can see what the enemy's character's achievements are. Don't worry about full damage. You're all good. So you can do much more epic jumps and just kind of get that badass feeling of just jumping across the world, and it's not an issue. There's definitely a lot more gravitas to the overall game, I feel. In terms of narrative, I've only seen about 12 hours worth of narrative. I'm on chapter 4. But in terms of the overall gameplay and what you can do, there's this real sense of just openness and adventure. And it's very, very enticing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching now. Ooh, I've discovered a new landmark. I'll be able to come back here. I've just got it right there on my list to, I'll show you on the other camera, to go to. But for now, thank you very much for watching. As I said earlier, my name is Bowie. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you to Nintendo UK for giving me this wonderful opportunity to not only play the game, but to be able to share it with you. Just to be able to share it with you. I'm a huge fan of this game. I'm really enjoying it. So come back for the other videos that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking at combat in a much deeper fashion. So going into the skill systems, going into the class systems, the art systems, the soul voices. I'm just going to very quickly that every single character has this. Think Final Fantasy 12 Gambit. Interesting. Look forward to that in one of my next videos coming up. My name is Bowie. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Until then, stay classy. Cheers.